Every year, more than 1 million Brits make a beeline for Benidorm. And it's the 3 H's that draw them in. It's hot.
It's got to be 35 degrees right now. It's raining cats and dogs at home.
It's handy.
It's got everything you need. You don't have to go to the other side of the world. 2.5 hours on a plane.
And it's a heck of a lot cheaper than here.
Water is more expensive than beer in Benidorm. It's dangerously cheap.
Everything's a bargain in Benidorm.
But for some, 2 weeks of fun in the sun just isn't enough. And thousands of Brits have made the move a permanent one, seeking out a new cut-price Spanish life.
I love Benidorm. This is my home.
And with a constant stream of new arrivals hoping to get double the life for half the money,
it's a totally different way of life. I've never looked back, and I don't think I ever will.
there will always be bargain-loving Brits in the sun. Coming up, bargains galore at a cut-price auction house.
I think you get addicted to it.
A fitness coach struggles to stay afloat.
If you haven't got the clients, then you don't eat here. You just don't eat.
And a cheap as chips apartment
It's a funny setup.
Yeah.
comes with very close neighbours.
It's normal for the Spanish buildings to see your neighbour, but not actually pop through your lounge window, which is a bit unusual.
Lots of Brits come to Benidorm with one-way tickets and dreams of starting a new life in the sun. But making the transition a successful and permanent one often requires a bit of ingenuity.
Well, I went to the beach, left me flip-flops on the side. And then I've come out the beach and now I've got no flip-flops.
So you've reported.
I've got new flip-flops, Coca-Cola.
A different kind of ingenuity. Like finding a gap in the market, offering a product or service that's new or different, taking a chance, rolling the dice. And one Brit who's done exactly that is 49-year-old Bradford-born Tony Firth.
We've got a state-of-the-art self-cooling feet system. And it's absolutely beautiful.
Tony runs an auction house an hour down the coast from Benidorm in Los Montesinos, selling everything from cups to cuddly toys, sofas to sherry bottles, and Welsh dresses to wigs.
There's nothing that we do not sell in this warehouse. This is Ethel, and that's Rita. These will be in the auction on Friday for €30 a piece. And Baldy here will be sold. Where's Minna? Oh, that's lovely. Look at them curls. About 4 or 5 years ago, I decided to come over to Spain to live. So I came over and had 2 years out, did nothing. Went to the beach every day. Are you all right, sir?
Yeah,
Did you sort out what you wanted?
Yes.
And then decided after 2 years I'd had enough of doing nothing and decided to open my first auction house. Hello, are you all right?
Decent.
Took a bit of a gamble, but it's paid off. I knew it would pay off. There's not many auction houses in Spain. English love a bargain and English love auction houses. The Spanish do not know what an auction house is.
Hordes of British expats in the know now come to Tony to bag a bargain for their home.
Are you having a pine unit?
I'd like the pine unit.
Have you measured it?
10 bloody centimetres too thick.
Listen, we've got a circular saw there, number 13.
I know, I noticed that. Even with the bits off, it is too big.
In Spain, the cost of living's cheap, but materials are expensive to buy. Beer's cheap, food's cheap, electric and water's cheap. But you want to furnish your house, expensive, very expensive. That's where we come in. And furnish a full house in this warehouse for possibly a third of the cost of what it would cost you in a second-hand shop. Lamps, pictures, microwaves, absolutely everything, freezers. Great time of year for that. And it's only 38 degrees outside, we've got an heater. So a deep fat fryer. So everybody's a winner, because somebody gets rid of the junk and somebody else buys it. That is not just a loo brush. That is the ultimate loo brush, a duck one. No, telescopa. 8 I've got at the back, we're going to 9 heavy, no 9 heavy, 8 €8.
The auction takes place every Friday, and punters flock in from far and wide to bag a bargain, and also to watch Tony's unique auctioneering style.
Does anybody want to buy a sleeve of pork scratchings for €5? We had a cockatoo that flew in one night. Luckily for us, we had a birdcage for sale. So what we did, we caught the cockatoo. Member of staff, I said, catch that cockatoo, stick it in the birdcage, and we gave it away with the birdcage. So the chap who bought the bird cage, he's still got the cockatoo and the bird cage, and he calls the bird Auction. That's its name. Good afternoon, buenas tardes, thank you very much. Hope you all have a good weekend.
It's Monday morning, and the shelves are bare. Tony has a race against time to fill them for his sale at the end of this week.
Very empty today. We had a cracking sale on Friday. Set that down there in front of the sofa, in between that...
It needs stickering, though.
It's all about filling spaces, but so everything that's sold on Friday, you've got to fill spaces back up.
People bring in items for the auction, and Tony takes a commission from them if they sell, as well as a 10% cut from the buyer. So it's a win-win deal.
That's a nice bite for Friday's auction. If there's 2 people interested in it, it could go for over 100.
With 4 working days to go, the warehouse is filling up.
This is nice.
But Tony won't relax until he's got enough for Friday's auction.
Getting some good stuff in this morning. And just keep it going, keep it going.
Campsites are big business in Benidorm, and the biggest of the lot is Camping Villamar. With over 1,400 caravans, mostly filled by Brits living the dream and many on a shoestring.
The show starts at 8 o'clock, so I'd get there around about... Yeah, I would, yeah.
Keeping them all happy campers is stressed-out entertainment boss Graham Happy Days Boland.
Yep, happy days. Happy days, our kid. Happy days. And have happy days. Happy days, our kid.
A year ago, Graham was working all hours, despite suffering a heart attack 2 years earlier. His health was suffering.
The blood pressure is going high again. So that's high, and that's a little bit high as well.
And he didn't have much juice left in the tank.
Really don't know how long I'm going to last. People have actually said to me, Graham, you're going to end up very, very sad and a lonely man because you give everything to Villamar. I love Villamar. I've given up so much for Villamar. But when somebody says that to you, it makes you think.
12 months on, have things slowed down for the workaholic entertainment's boss? No. The opposite, in fact, as the campsite is busier than it's ever been.
The camp's never been to its full capacity, never. But it is now. We've got a lot of new people coming. And living the dream, as I say, living the dream. Well, there's one for sale there, there's a bargain. 15,000 euros, which is about £12,000. What a bargain. £12,000 living the dream. You wouldn't get that back home.
Graham's got even more on his plate this year, as the camp bosses have decided to increase the evening entertainment from 5 nights a week to 7 nights a week.
Has any posters been left off for me, Raphael? No posters, no posters.
And Graham's still responsible for booking the talent.
Happy days, our kid.
And filling the nightly slots.
When's the parrot show? Yeah. It's on Sunday.
It's shaping up to be the most hectic and stressful summer yet for Graham.
It's going to be busy, it's going to be a challenge, but we'll pull it off. It'll be happy days, I know it will be.
Coming up, expat Anthony struggles to pay his rent.
Living in Spain, there's no holiday pay, there's no a week off of Christmas, there's a €500 bonus, there's none of that.
And a brand new act means a nervous night for Graham.
We're going into the unknown on this one. That's what we're doing.
Holidaying in Spain is one thing. Being able to afford to stay here permanently often requires a bit of creativity.
Oogie, oogie, oogie!
And one expat who's learned to make a buck wherever he can is 32-year-old Lancashire lad, Anthony.
I come to Spain 6 years ago for 3 days to visit a friend of mine. And when I got here, I couldn't go back. I couldn't get on the plane. My legs physically wouldn't let me do it.
Anthony's life in the UK had spiralled out of control. He was hooked on drugs and antidepressants.
There was cocaine, ecstasy, MDMA, marijuana, plus the alcohol on top of it, and also the medication for the depression. It's like putting petrol on a bonfire, and it just exploded at the end. And I had to make a decision to walk away from everything.
Anthony made a new start in Spain, kicked the gear into touch and started grafting.
I ended up in a restaurant washing dishes. I cleaned toilets in bars for a £5, I cleaned floors for a £5, I minded people's kids. I'd done anything I could to get certainly the financial side up and running. Because the combined age of the group is about 4,500, I give them little breaks in between. They're no good to me dead.
4 years ago, Anthony started a fitness class for expats called Ants Fat Fighters, and it's been a big success.
It's dance-based aerobics and it's really, really popular now. When I first started it was basically just about getting people who maybe for 20 or 30 years hadn't exercised or had done very little. You know, my average client's nearly 70 years of age, and now to see what they're doing, it's really good for us and it's also good for them.
Thanks, everyone. Have a lovely, lovely day. I'll see you Wednesday.
Ant charges €4 for a class, and he works hard to get the numbers up.
If you haven't got the clients and you don't go out and sell yourself, then you don't eat here. You just don't eat.
To earn a bit more cash, Anthony's branched out into aqua aerobics, but attendance is erratic.
I'm going to go down now for water aerobics. Could walk around now and there's only 2 or 3 clients, and I could walk around now and there's 20 clients. You just don't know what you're going to get. Morning.
Today, it's somewhere in between.
2, 4, 6, 8, 11's OK. 11's a good start.
The fitness and aqua classes are Anthony's sole source of income, and he needs £300 every month just to pay his rent.
Living in Spain, there's no holiday pay, there's no a week off at Christmas, here's a €500 bonus. There's none of that. Come on, a little bit bigger. I do worry. Like last month, I didn't have all my rent money, but unbeknown to me, the clients were aware, and I came into work one morning, there was an envelope, and it was a month's rent there. That they've done that for me. Boom! So humble. They changed my life. I had a horrible life 5 years ago, and that's why I work so hard at trying to do it and sustain it.
Anthony doesn't want to be left short again, so he's come up with a plan to raise more funds. And for 4 of his regulars in particular, it will be an emotional roller coaster.
Yeah, you wouldn't think that something like this would change your whole life, really.
At Camping Villamar, the constant pressure to find new and exciting acts for the campsite means that tonight, entertainment boss Graham is putting on a show he's never tried before, a spiritualist medium.
We've got this room tonight for the show, so we've got to transform this room into a nice setting. We need to get some chairs along here, and he does insist on having a walk through the middle. That must be something to do with the show. Something different for Villamar. Happy days.
30 minutes and a T-shirt change later, and Graham sets to work preparing the room.
Is anybody there? It's the first time we've tried this, so I really haven't got a clue how many people are going to come. We're going into the unknown on this one. That's what we're doing.
Quite fitting for a spiritualist event, eh, Graham?
Hi, Graham.
Happy days.
Happy days. Happy days.
A short time later, medium David Trainer arrives with his manager, Barry.
It's a bit warm. Can we open a few windows?
Yeah. Couldn't remember whether you said spirits come to warmth or cold. I couldn't work it out.
No, cold. That's it, yeah. And light. Light and cold.
Oh, that's better, isn't it?
David needs peace and quiet to converse with his spirits, so Graham plays some music in the bar to see if the noise levels are acceptable. And for once, there aren't any problems.
No?
No. At that level of music, that's not going to cause a disturbance to me in here. It's only if it's any louder than that, I would imagine. I expect it to be a lot louder.
Right, OK, so we're happy.
I think so.
There's just one more thing to sort out, the mystery over the central gap in the seating plan.
The thing in the gap in the middle, is that anything...
So people can get in and out of the chairs.
Oh, I can't believe I've just asked that question. Absolutely proper happy day,
That's good.
750,000 Brits have made Spain their home, many of them on the Costa Blanca.
It's this one here.
But the ailing Spanish economy has hit the building industry hard in recent years, and fewer houses have been built, making life difficult for one group of people in particular, estate agents.
So here we have the living room.
For the last 3 years, Nina Rowlinson has been working on her own, running her company Rehearsal Central, an internet-based estate agency. But she hasn't found it easy to earn a crust.
It's one of these jobs where people think you earn loads of money and do nothing whatsoever, and that's not the situation. The business with the Spanish crisis seems to have sort of changed a lot. There's not many rentals going anymore, although there's a lot of demand for it, but there's just not many properties going.
Nina's not a newcomer to Spain.
I'm totally bilingual. We came over here when I was 5, and my dad ended up opening the first quick-save British supermarket here in Spain, which worked really well.
Nina's also having to juggle the demands of her job with the demands of being a mum.
Come on, baby, please, eat your lunch. Mummy's got to do some work.
She lives with her Spanish partner, Emilio, 20-year-old son, Sam, and 3-year-old daughter, Africa. And working from home is a struggle.
Doesn't always work out the way I'd like it to, put it that way, schedule-wise. See, this is what can happen when, when you're doing work and other things.
When she is able to work, Nina tries to find rentals for her demanding British clients.
They always want a sunny terrace, they always want it south-facing, they always want it cheap, so it isn't easy.
So, to earn more commission, Nina's decided to move away from rentals and into sales. It's Tuesday morning, and today sale number 1 is in her sights. Nina's heading into the town of Alaz, just north of Benidorm.
I'm going to see Karen, which is a client of mine. She's now looking for an apartment to invest in. I'm sorry, I'm late.
Karen's lived in Spain for 13 years and now wants a place she can rent out. She's got a £75,000 budget, but will this apartment tick all the boxes?
Right, here's the first bedroom. Yep. That's your terrace.
Yeah, I mean, it's an old building.
It's an old building,
know what
yeah.
the old buildings are like.
Especially in Alaz.
In Alaz, it's a very old town, isn't it?
Yeah.
So...
Right, so we go into the lounge now. I mean, the windows are old, sort of, you know, they've obviously done a refurbishment on the front.
Oh, that's your own... No, that's next door. So if you want your windows open in your living room, then obviously they're going to be looking straight in when you're eating their dinner.
Not good. Yeah.
It's a funny setup.
Yeah. This is another room, yeah. So this is the bigger one, so I would say this is probably the main one.
Right, OK. So it could have a bit of noise from the garage. Just not a nice outlook.
Handy for MOTs, not so great for G&Ts on the terrace.
How much is it, Nina?
73,250, I think it was. Yeah.
Just over £60,000 for a 3-bed apartment in Spain might sound cheap, but Karen doesn't seem too keen.
No, it's a nice size, but it isn't what I'm looking for. Really, it isn't what I'm looking for.
Looks like it's back to the drawing board for Nina.
All right, then, Karen, I'll carry on. It's normal for the Spanish buildings to be sort of areas where you can see your neighbour, but not actually pop through your lounge window, which is a bit unusual. What's for dinner? Yeah.
An hour down the coast, boss Tony Firth has just 4 days to restock his warehouse in time for Friday's auction.
It's busy so far. Keep my fingers crossed it keeps busy. And them chairs there, they've just come in, they'll definitely sell on Friday. If it keeps warm this week, every single fan will fly out. They'll all sell.
Helping out on Operation Restock is business partner Peter Shaw from Blackpool and his assistants Gavin and Kieran.
So we'll have that on that back wall, Kieran, yeah?
Peter is the Costa's ultimate man and van man, buying up unwanted furniture and selling it at the auction, splitting the profits 50-50 with Tony.
Every week on a Monday, we'll have a list of the houses to go and have a look at. We'll either buy the furniture. If it's not what we're looking for, we'll persuade them to put it into auction.
Every week there's something different in here. Do you want to check this for a Picasso or a Van Gogh?
I enjoy what I do, and I make a living, so I think I'm one of the lucky ones.
Where are you putting it? Here?
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I don't think you'll ever come to Spain and make a million, but I think we do well at what we do and we enjoy it.
Most of Peter's business comes from Brits on the Move, and today the boys are off to price up some unwanted furniture for expat Susan.
Right, what number?
Number 20.
Whose friend has just bought a new place and wants a clean sweep.
The lady that owns the property is coming on Friday, and she'll start refurbishing in her own way. She didn't like the furniture. She liked the house, but not the furniture.
There's no house here.
No, I know that.
You have arrived.
No, I haven't.
Unfortunately, directions aren't Peter's strong point.
Right, you come in and you turn left, and you come back on yourself, don't you, sort of thing? No?
Eventually, they find the house.
Right, so what is it? This.
And the negotiations begin.
And what sort of money are you looking for?
I'm leaving it with you.
OK. That's nice. That's nice. Looking about 70.
How many?
About 70, 80 euros.
What would you do for 100? No less. Come on. I think, you know, it's not too bad this suite with new covers on.
Tell you what, I'll meet you in the middle at 90.
Deal.
Got a deal. OK.
Well, I didn't know what it was worth, really. I've never done this before, sold furniture in a house, so I just more or less accepted what he offered me. So I think he's had a good deal.
I'm happy with the deal. Yes. But we're both happy, yes?
Yeah.
You're happy, I'm happy, it's a good day, the sun is shining.
Yeah.
Who could ask for more? We struck a deal at 90 euros. There's a bit of profit in it. There's nice furniture, there's a nice Castilian unit, table, sofa and a coffee table. There's probably about 50, 60 euros profit in it, maybe. We'll see on Friday when we sell it at the auction. We love Mondays. We do love Mondays.
OK, mate, come on, let's get the easy stuff out first.
Peter's main assistant is 30-year-old Gavin Race from Lincolnshire, who's been in Spain for the last 8 years.
I do quite a few jobs. I work with Peter, and I work in a bar, late nights. I'm tired, long hours. I'm a work mule. You've got to work hard out here to earn the money.
No, but put your hand down.
I've just done that.
The worst part about removals is in this heat, and stairs. I don't do stairs. So if you've got an apartment and the sofa's on the 10th floor, no lift, don't call us.
OK, up high.
I like it when he says hi, because I'm the shortest one here.
Come into my office, come on. 70, 80, 90 euros. Happy? You're very welcome. Come on, let's go.
Van loaded up, the boys head back to base. And Tony's ready to give the furniture the once-over.
That's beautiful. That's a nice sofa. That's a nice coffee table. They've not done bad. I never tell them they've done well.
Right, we're on to the next one.
Yeah, move.
With several more pickups to do.
I'm coming to have a look at some bits that you've got to sell. It's meant to be 1 o'clock. Is it all right to come now?
Yeah, that's fine.
Can I have an address, please?
It's going to be a long day for Peter and the lads. Coming up.
What's that?
The problems continue for estate agent Nina. And will auction day mean payday for Tony?
Every time that hammer goes down, I've made money. Hammer don't go down, I've made nothing. Money, money, money.
At Benidorm's biggest campsite, Camping Villamar, entertainment boss Graham is setting up for tonight's Spiritualist Medium act. It's a risk for Graham, as he's never put on a show like this before, and he's hoping it's a hit with the campsite regulars.
Yeah, looking forward to it now. I wish they'd hurry up and start, actually. I want to get in there myself.
But medium David Traynor is paying a visit to the loo, and it looks like he'll be in there for quite some time.
Before I start a show, I like to meditate, get myself into the zone. What I'm about to do is I'm going to close myself down from all the day's activity, you know. I'm going to open myself up to the other side of life, to the spirit world. It takes about 40 minutes.
As David gets into his zone, the punters start to pile in. Graham takes a seat at the back. And it looks like he's got a few first night nerves, even if the act looks pretty chilled. Whew, eventually, it's showtime.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Thank you very much. Thank you. Very warm welcome to you here at the Villamar. Lovely to see you all. Before I do start this demonstration, everyone, if anybody has a mobile phone, can I ask you just to turn them on silent, please? That's very important, isn't it? Because we do only want messages of another kind, don't we? You all look very worried, actually. You look like you're going on a ghost train. I'm your ghost host. Don't worry, love. Oh, bless her. I only bite if you ask. As I connect with you, I will start to see and describe someone to you who you should understand. If what I'm saying is correct, I want you responding, saying, yes, David, yes, David, yes, yes, David. OK, so let's see how we go. Let's see how we go. Let's see how we go.
30 minutes into the show, Graham slips away, relieved that his new entertainer is going down well. The risk he's taken in booking him appears to have paid off.
It was brilliant. They'll be going home tonight happy. They'll be talking about it for years to come. I'm pleased that I put it on. I am pleased that I put it on. Another successful day at Villamar. Happy days.
At another campsite an hour down the coast, fitness instructor Anthony is putting his clients through their paces. And even when the lessons end...
I'm done.
He does everything he can to keep the cash coming in.
Don't forget your merchandise. Your Fat Faces Summer CD or your Fat Faces vest. We go from normal to humongous. £5 each, OK?
Every penny counts for Anthony. He's struggling to make ends meet.
If you haven't got the client, then you don't eat here. You just don't eat. I do worry. Like last month, I didn't have all my rent money.
So Anthony has been giving his brain a workout, trying to think of a way to earn an extra bit of cash. And he's come up with a master plan. A best of British street party in 1 week's time, complete with a Spice Girls tribute act.
You've got this space and everything you're doing is all visual.
Made up of himself and 4 regulars from his dance class, Denise, Ukrainian-born Yaroslava, Maria and Jenny. Anthony's hoping to sell 200 tickets for the street party, but if people don't come, he risks losing his apartment.
If nobody buys tickets, I've not made any money and my rent's not paid.
Anthony's home's on the line, and for arthritis sufferer Maria, the pop project is also a very big deal.
Well, a year ago, I couldn't move my hands in the morning. I wouldn't have a life in the UK because I'd be in a wheelchair. Well, I had depression and stuff like that, but this is just unbelievable for me. So I'm just really happy. I'm going to cry in a minute. You wouldn't think that something like this would change your whole life, really.
It's been an even more remarkable journey for Jenny, who's recovering from cancer.
If someone had told me a few months ago that I was doing the Spice Girls, at that time, a few months ago, I was in intensive care, a life support machine. But, you know, we love each other and that's it. We've got a very, very strong bond.
The reason why I chose the 4 of you is I think certainly over the last year, we've all, including myself, maybe had a little something that's been missing, whether we're a bit lonely or we're a bit isolated. I also picked you because a little bit of you getting better is me getting better. Come on, give a hug.
This will certainly be a street party with added spice.
Spice up your life!
In the village of Alaz, 5 kilometres from Benidorm, estate agent Nina is meeting her client Karen.
Hi, Nina. Hi, Karen.
With a new property to view that she's hoping will go down a bit better than the last one.
It isn't what I'm looking for.
This one here.
After a few lean months, Nina's now desperate to make a sale. But Karen's £75,000 budget hasn't made things easy.
It's not a major budget, so this is why I'm hoping that this is going to be the right one, because I think it does fit in with what she's looking for.
So this is a 2-bed, is it?
2-bed, yep. So fingers crossed.
But straight away, there's a problem.
What's that?
I don't know what it is. It looks like you've pulled something out and...
We'll check that one out.
The bathroom's not up to spec either.
And
It's
why
the
have you
only-
got no bidet?
Well, apparently the wife pulled it out and took it with her.
But the bedrooms are an improvement.
Got the first bedroom here. Yeah, Spanish rooms, because they're normally really small, aren't they? This is, say, the main bedroom.
Oh, okay. Nice size. Yeah, I like it, Nina.
It's spacious, isn't it? And you're not looking in your neighbours' little
dining room.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nice.
And it's a nice view rather than looking onto the road.
It's looked after, isn't it? I
Yeah.
know you're only looking at other apartments.
But at least you've got a bit of green, though.
You've got, yeah.
The thing is, to not have anybody sort of looking into you, you'd have to be on your own, which you're not going to get for that price anyway, you know.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
out
this
here.
is really, really nice. I do like it.
Good.
Yeah, I do like it.
I thought you would. So here's the lounge.
Nice size.
Yep, nice, big, spacious.
Yeah, it is nice. It's really nice. I like it.
After a shaky start, it looks like Karen's warmed to the apartment.
I really like it, Nina. I'm glad you've shown me this one today.
Sorry.
But tell me, how much is it?
They're wanting 90 to 100. I've already told them that your budget is 90. So in between you and me, what he said to me is he thinks that they'd take 85.
Whoa. Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Okay, so they may take 80. If I
Desperate
could get
they
it
are.
for 80, Nina, then that's
You're
me
having
done.
it. Do you want me to
Lovely.
put that offer in then?
Yes.
Yeah?
Would you?
Okay, yeah, of course I will. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Nina, well
I'll do that
done.
then. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Karen. Quite glad I found something in the
You
end
worked
for you.
hard for that. Yeah, good.
It's good news for Nina, even if there's still some work to do.
It's a great step for me and my business if the offers are accepted. Obviously, it's a sale, which, you know, has been a couple of months now, a couple of hard months, so we need that. Yeah, really good, really excited, really happy.
And 2 weeks later, it looks like Nina might have chalked up her very first house sale.
Right, well, the update on Karen is she put an offer through, which they said no, came back with sort of, she said 80, they said 85, but she was still really quite happy with that. So I think this is finally going to be a good month for me.
Just over £71,000 for a decent two-bed flat with 300 days of Spanish sunshine thrown in for free. Can't be bad. It's Friday, which for Tony Firth means only one thing. It's auction day.
Big day today. Everything's ready. We just need the people. We need over 100 people in today. It's stressful, but once we start at 3 o'clock, it will be a good auction. I slept about 5 hours last night. I wake up thinking about lot numbers. Will lot number 7 sell? Sometimes I wake up bidding myself.
Tony's wife, Carol, can vouch for that.
He talks in his sleep. He talks about the auction. He dreams about the auction. He just stresses that nobody's going to come and that we're not going to sell anything. But you always do. It's just the way it is. But he'll never. That's the way he is. He just stresses, and he winds everybody up.
I've got to sign them. You've got to sign them.
Yeah, well, I did a copy for you as well. I just ignore him.
Carol helps out on auction day.
It's all right, good buzz. It's a good atmosphere. I wish when I moved to Spain I knew about places like this. I wouldn't have bought all the furniture I've got.
Tony's business partner, Peter, is usually out on the road picking up furniture in his van. But on Fridays, he has a different role. He's head of catering.
We're just setting up for the auction. We do the hot dogs, ham and cheese toasties. Nothing complicated about the kitchen.
After a busy week of house clearances and pickups, Fridays are actually a chance for Peter to take things easy for once.
All week you're buying stuff, and on the Friday you see your return. I've done my bit. It's down to the people now, whether they want the stuff.
There's a particularly large item in today's sale.
This is lot number 1, the first item up today, and I would expect it to go for between 1,600 and 1,800 euros.
Auction regular Nigel's got his eye on it.
I like a bargain, yeah. Everybody likes a bargain. A couple of weeks ago, I bought my wife a sandwich maker, brand new, €2. And you've got to pay your 15% commission. But it's nothing, is it? I picked up a lovely onion slicer last week, and I really got a good price on that.
Nigel's not the only regular in today. Steve from Manchester spotted some woodworking tools.
One of them would cost me in the region of around about €30 to buy.
So if I can get the lot there for €35, I'm on for a really good bargain.
But he's less than impressed with the yellow sofa.
Who's going to buy it? Who's going to buy it? You'd have to pay me to take it away to the tip. Oh, I tell you what, I've just changed my mind about this. As soon as you sit on it, it's quite comfortable, actually. I take back everything I said.
Sue Green and her husband Steve are also familiar faces.
We come here every week and we always come away with stuff that we don't need. I think you get addicted to it.
And expats Brian and Helen are here as usual.
This is nice. Got a little coffee table to match.
The gin and tonic table. This is after the gin and tonic.
It's looking quite busy. There's a lot of people walking around, and I'm now very, very nervous. But things will change at 3 o'clock. My nerves disappear at 3 o'clock. I'll just try out my gavel. It's perfect. Let's hope it keeps going down tonight. Every time that hammer goes down, I've made money. Hammer don't go down, I've made nothing. Money, money, money.
Coming up, dress rehearsal day for the Spice Girls.
Trouble is, that keeps going up there.
And Nina checks out a £1 million pad.
It's a very, very exclusive property, so obviously you have to find the right person for it.
After some very lean months, estate agent Nina Rowlinson is working around the clock to get her first sale on the board. And finding a buyer for the place she's visiting today would certainly take a bit of financial pressure off. It's one of the most expensive properties on her books, in the sought-after hills overlooking Benidorm, that boasts 4 bedrooms, 2 separate guest apartments, an infinity pool and views to die for. With a price tag of just over £1.1 million, if she can sell this gaff, Nina would make a mint on the commission.
It's a very, very exclusive property, so obviously you have to find the right person for it.
Go on, do your estate agent thing and give us a tour, Nina.
OK, so here we have the main living room or lounge area. Very large, very spacious. This way we have the dining room. A lovely sized bedroom. Beautiful open terrace with amazing views. We have another outdoor space, so a good area to have a nice barbecue.
The 2 ensuite guest apartments means it's perfectly set up for visitors, but the crowning glory is definitely
an amazing infinity pool, which, you know, if you're right at the end, you can actually feel like you're having a swim in the sea. This property is more for a person that just basically wants to enjoy life, you know, far away from the stress and the noise, and this would be the right property for them.
The check's in the post, Nina. I wish. At Camping La Monte, it's time for Ant and his Spice Girls to have their first dress rehearsal.
Right, let's get our clothes on then. Oh, yeah.
And like proper bargain Brits, all the costumes are borrowed or recycled.
Last year, my dad got me some Union Jack bedding, so he's going to find out that his bedding's been turned into a dress. I'm obviously Ginger Spice.
Can you guess the rest? Jenny is, of course,
Scary. Trouble is, that keeps going up there.
Maria's playing the role of
Push.
Does she drink and smoke?
I think that headdress just finishes you off. You look like Kylie when she's about 70, flogging her arse on tour again.
70?
2 to go. Yaroslava is...
I'm Sporty Spice.
So Denise must be...
Well, let me think. Baby Spice.
Behave. Too late. They're twerking already.
I'm about to twerk. How do you
Oh no, I can't twerk. I've got varicose veins. 3, 2, and then whoosh. Whoosh. Slam me to the left. Boom.
Time to put the girls through their paces.
Today's rehearsal with the ladies was really successful. The confidence again's increasing every time. I'm so pleased with them. When I think, like, she's never danced, and she's never danced, and they're on stage performing for people, it's special really, isn't it? It's nice to know you've done that as well.
The street party will happen in a week's time.
3 and done. Well done, girls. That's the wrap.
Will it be a sellout? Or will Anthony end up homeless if he can't pay his rent?
Good afternoon, buenas tardes.
Welcome to Los Montesinos. Hope you all got your money with you. You'll need it.
At Tony Firth's bargain warehouse, the big Friday auction is finally underway.
OK, let's make a start. Lot number 1, Lottie de Monono Ford Focus. It's outside.
Expat Nigel's primed and ready to bid.
TV. I'm going to start this, go up in hundreds on this. Start me 100 euros, 100 euros. 100 I've got. 200 200.
The car goes for 1,600 euros.
Congratulations.
But unfortunately not to Nigel.
16 16, 17 17, 18 18, 19.
Tony moves along at a fair old pace, mainly to keep everyone interested.
If they get bored in an auction, they fall asleep. Older generation will be sat on that comfy sofa at back. When you look at them, they're fast asleep. They get comfy, they've had a cup of tea, they've had a sandwich. Next thing is... They're no good to me for fast asleep. They've got to be bidding.
The auction comes to a close.
Good afternoon, buenas tardes, thank you very much. Hope you all have a good weekend.
Nigel may have been outbid on the car.
You win some, you lose some.
But he didn't come away empty-handed.
I have bought 2 triangles for if you break down, a satellite receiver, a fan, and a chair for the wife. I think the total was €25.61, including all the taxes.
It's been a good sale for Tony and the gang.
We've done 6,800 euros. So, not a bad night. Not a bad night.
A big chunk needs to be paid out to the people who brought stuff in to sell.
4. 4's what we're paying out to people, because that's what we've sold for them.
But that still leaves nearly €3,000 profit.
Perfect today. I've made a little bit of cash today. I've made cash today.
And Peter's taken €160 at the cafe, so he's happy too.
Amazing, brilliant. Cafe did well, everyone seemed to be enjoying themselves, and then we'll start all over again on Monday.
A good day all round. But what happened to that duck loo brush that Tony was so fond of?
I've bought the loo brush, and it will be in the toilet next week. But if somebody comes into the toilet and says, you've got a nice loo brush, mark my word, it will be resold for a profit. Albeit €1, it will be resold for a profit.
That's business.
Next time on Bargain-Loving Brits in the Sun, anxious moments at the street party.
We're about 80 people short so far.
But can the Spice Girls deliver?
You look absolutely fabulous. I'm not sure Emma Bunton would agree, but you look fabulous.
And wedding planner Louise is close to a marital meltdown.
Are the bride no key? No, it's 2 o'clock and we've still got no brides.